The news from the Sultanate of Oman television first. The headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of condolences to the President of the United Arab Emirates on the death of Sheikh Hazza bin Sultan Al Nahyan. His Majesty the Sultan sends a written message to His Excellency President of Algeria related to the bilateral relations between the two friendly countries, handed over by His Excellency the Foreign Minister. Greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Highness the Emir of Qatar conveyed by His Highness Sayyid the Yazan bin Haytham bin Tariq Al Said during his visit to Doha. And the Sultanate of Oman is the guest of honor at the Doha International Book Fair in its 33rd edition. Welcome to our news center. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of condolences to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates, on the death of Sheikh Hazza bin Sultan bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, left the country this evening, heading to the United Arab Emirates to convey the condolences of His Majesty the Sultan on the death of Sheikh Hazza bin Sultan Al Nahyan. His Excellency is accompanied by a delegation that consists of His Excellency Sheikh Sabah bin Hamdan Al Saadi, Secretary General of the General Secretariat of the National Celebrations. His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, and His Excellency Sayyid Dr. Ahmed bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman, accredited to the United Arab Emirates. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a written message to His Excellency President Abdel Majid Tebboune of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria related to the bilateral relations between the two friendly countries and means of enhancing them. The message was handed over by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, while he was received by His Excellency the President in the Presidential Palace in the capital of Algeria. His Excellency the Foreign Minister conveyed the greetings and best wishes of His Majesty the Sultan to His Excellency the President and the Algerian people. From his side, His Excellency the President of Algeria expressed his utmost greetings and kind wishes to His Majesty the Sultan and to the Omani people further progress and prosperity. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed the fraternal relations and affirmed their keenness to strengthen them in various fields to meet the aspirations of both nations. The meeting was also dwelt on the latest regional and international developments. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Ahmed Attaf, the Algerian Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, and His Excellency Saif bin Nasser al-Badda'i, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman, accredited to Algeria. His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of the State of Qatar, received His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Said at Lusail Palace in the Qatari capital, Doha. During the meeting, His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Said conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq to His Highness the Emir of Qatar, along with the best wishes of good health and happiness for the Qatari people, further progress and prosperity. For his part, His Highness the Emir of Qatar asked His Highness Sayyid the Yazan to convey the greetings and sincere wishes of His Majesty the Sultan, wishing him good health and happiness, and for the Omani people further progress and prosperity. Cordial conversations were also exchanged, and the strength of fraternal relations between the two countries and their peoples were emphasized on during this meeting. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al Thani, Minister of Interior, His Excellency Sheikh Saoud bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani, President of the Amiri Diwan, His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Rahman bin Hamad Al Thani, Minister of Culture, His Excellency Sayyid Saeed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Youth for Culture, His Excellency Sayyid Ammar bin Abdullah Al Busaidi, Sultanate of Oman's Ambassador to the State of Qatar, Qatar and a number of senior Qatari officials. In the presence of His Highness Sayyidi Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed, Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth in the Sultanate of Oman, and under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani, Prime Minister of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Qatar, the Doha International Book Fair was inaugurated today in its 33rd edition. The Sultanate of Oman is the guest of honor of this edition. The design of the Sultanate of Oman's pavilion in this book fair is inspired by Al Alam Palace and covers an area of 160 meters. The Omani Pavilion includes a variety of publications and cultural programs that highlights authentic Omani heritage, intellectual and literary production, and presents a group of artistic and popular performances. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamud Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, held a discussion session with the Algerian counterpart related to regional and international issues of mutual concern. During the meeting, the two sides stressed upon the continuation of bilateral cooperation, consultation and coordination at various fields in preparation for holding the next session of the Omani-Algerian Joint Committee during the coming period in Algeria. The two ministers expressed the country's support for the efforts made to stop the escalation and to achieve a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip to facilitate the entry of relief and humanitarian aid. Under the theme Enhancing Competitiveness and Recognition, the Omani Universities Ranking Forum was held to tackle the strategies behind universities' ranking and their impact on higher education in the country. More details in the following report.
The Omani Universities Ranking Forum brought together top academics and administrators from across the region to discuss the challenges and opportunities of university rankings with the aim of elevating educational standards and fostering international recognition for Omani higher education institutions.
This is where we bring all the universities and colleges that in the sector of higher education in a one whole with the international universities and also those bodies with the international ranking of universities. Here we will have the form of discussion and dialogue that we are looking into how to promote Omani universities really to be at a level of international, well recognized at an international level, and also in a way that's really to showcase our universities and colleges that we have in the Sultanate.
The sessions included insightful discussions on best practices in university rankings with international experts, with a focus on how Omani universities can enhance their competitiveness on a global scale. The discussions also involved strategic initiatives such as enhancing research, innovation, and partnerships.
There is an important indicators we need to consider as Omani higher education institutions. The first one is academic reputation. We need to be globally known, and this is important. Then it comes to employer reputation. Our graduates and how they are looked, they do their jobs and how they are assessed by the employers or the companies that they recruit them. The most important thing is research, and I think research, as we saw today, there is an increase in the number of papers but decrease in citations, as there's something needs to be done for the Omani higher education institutions. The other thing is about collaboration with other higher education institutions, either in Oman or outside Oman.
To build a knowledge economy, we need great universities. As per statistics, and as if we look at the QS World University Ranking, we see that majority of those universities in the ranking are from 20 countries of the world by GDP purchasing power parity. So for us, when we compare Oman with other global counterparts, in order to reach that status, it has to develop great universities. Oman is already on a path-breaking way to global rankings. We see that the rankings are an outcome and not a goal of what institutions and the country wants to do. The focus of the country should be on quality research over the next few years, and also publicizing and building reputation for the institutions of the country globally.
Another key session of the forum addressed the direct impact of rankings on educational quality and how these metrics influence policy and educational strategies within the country. The outcomes of the forum are expected to pave the way for advancing the global standing of the higher education across Oman and positioning its universities at the forefront of academic excellence. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, صالح بخلفان الرحبي الداخلية Governorate.
Thank you, Saleh, and welcome back to our news center. As part of the continuous achievements of the Ministry of Health in cooperation with Oman Liquefied Natural Gas Company, a number of advanced services were launched in Sur Hospital. The event was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Subah bin Hamdan bin Subah Al-Saadi, Secretary General of the Higher Committee for National Day Celebrations. More details coming in the following report.
Since it was established in the year of 2000, Sur Hospital went through a number of developmental projects in terms of services and equipment in all its departments and wards. And soon, 4 new projects will be added in cooperation with the private sector. The new projects include a cardiac catheterization unit, an MRI unit, a cardiac sonar unit, premature babies carrier, and a cardiac recovery programs. The expansion also includes the introduction of a neurology and stroke unit and an oncology unit, making the hospital capable of providing advanced services to patients. The new facilities are considered as an added value to Sur Hospital, so that it can deal with more complicated cases instead of transferring them to other hospitals. Sultan bin Saif Sara'i from South الشرقية Governorate, Wilaya of Sur.
Thank you, Sultan. The Royal Oman Police celebrated the graduation of a new batch of recruits at the military parade ground at the Police Institute and the Sultan Qaboos Academy for Police Sciences in the Wilaya of Nazwa. The ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs. The Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry Trade delegation concluded their visit to the Republic of Singapore by a review of the Singaporean regulations and laws relevant to the establishing of businesses. More details in the following report. To review the Singaporean regulations and laws relevant to establishing businesses, the delegation from the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry concluded its visit to the Republic of Singapore with meeting several officials from companies in the fields of engineering consultancy, legal consultancy, and real estate development. The delegation met with the officials of Mindhat, one of the global recognized companies in engineering consultancy based in Singapore.
Today we were having a very good visit to Mainhart consultant, planning, country planners and designers, and we seen how they do incredible work and designs. They are part of Oman Airport. They also now working with His Majesty Sultan Development City. The designer was done fantastic work in all the countries they managed to see. We heard from them some insight of the design and the excellent offers.
Additionally, the Omani delegation was briefed on the services and operations provided by Dentons, a Singaporean company with presence in 80 countries worldwide. The delegation also visited the Port of Singapore, which accounts for a third container trade globally. PSI provides logistically services in 45 countries worldwide through 60 outlets.
We have been doing business in Middle East for many years. And of course, we have also been doing projects in Oman. In fact, right now we are working on several projects in Muscat and Sohar. We find that Oman is a very friendly place for investors because it's very easy to do business in Oman. The authorities are very approachable, and that's a very important consideration for investors.
Through our visit into Singapore today in exhibition center, plus port area in logistic, especially the My Heart company, which is My Heart consultancy company, we are excited. We are very excited. The very excellent experience. So we believe that we working together is the key to success.
The Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry delegation toured the Singaporean architectural icon Marina Bay Sands, familiarizing themselves with the facilities of the three towers and the services available for companies and businessmen, such as the business centers, exhibitions, meetings, events, and private halls. Bank Dhofar hosted its highly anticipated Women Leadership Forum aimed at empowering female leaders in various sectors. More details to be seen in the following report.
By bringing together distinguished speakers and industry experts, the Omani Women Leadership Forum 2024 shed light on the challenges and opportunities for women in business and the ways to empower female leaders across various sectors.
This forum demonstrates the belief of the bank in building the female leadership skills, which comes in alignment with the Oman 2040 vision to build the national talent capability and skills, including leadership.
The discussions of the forum revolved around women in the business sector, exploring strategies for success and overcoming barriers, building one's ecosystem of influence, offering insights into expanding professional networks, and enhancing personal brand visibility.
Omani women are already empowered quite a lot. I see women with spectacular achievements and careers, and it's very impressive for me. I'm very humbled and delighted to be here. I think this event is a sign of the importance of women to the society and to business in general, especially in Oman. And seeing the bank support such a high-profile event is a wonderful sign of progress towards the 2040 vision of Oman.
I'm happy and proud that the bank is supporting such national initiative that is aligned with the Omani Vision 2040. I participate in the discussion panel. We're building your ecosystem of influence, which is very important topic to empower women in Oman.
The event concluded with recommendations and future directions for women leadership initiatives, emphasizing the importance of continued support and development for women leaders. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of condolences to the President of the United Arab Emirates on the death of Sheikh Hazza' bin Sultan Al Hayyan. His Majesty the Sultan sends a written message to His Excellency President of Algeria related to the bilateral relations between the two friendly countries, handed over by His Excellency the Foreign Minister. Greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Highness the Emir of Qatar are conveyed by His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed during his visit to Doha. And finally, the Sultanate of Oman is the guest of honor in the Doha International Book Fair in its 33rd edition. With that, we do come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it is good night, stay safe and enjoy your weekend.